Hello people, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and welcome. Jum'ah Mubarakah, inshallah, for everyone. Happy Friday, everyone. People that are here. I don't know what happened in the club, the World Cup. I only know there is one group that Egypt has Iran, New Zealand, and Mo sent me. And
Belgium.
And who? Malaysia?
Belgium. A very easy group.
Very easy group. You know we're going to get knocked out of the first round. You know that's
No, not Iran and New Zealand. مش لهالدرجة. لا تقولش لا حسام حسن ولا بطيخ. Iran and New Zealand have some shit.
Iran is better than us.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
So what about Jordan? Who do you guys get?
Argentina, Austria, and Algeria. 3 A's. In Arabic,
I
الأردن.
don't know what that 3 A's. I saw that there's a pot called pot A. How did you get? Oh, yeah. Do you think you have a chance of going through?
Do we have a chance of going through? Yes, of course. Why not?
Is it the first two or no?
Argentina will get slapped.
Okay.
Algeria, there is hope we can beat Algeria because that's Arab on Arab, so you never know. And Austria is not that difficult. I think we can beat Austria.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about Jordan. I actually don't. Until the World Cup is here, I don't care because, you know, players will change, injuries. Players will shine. This guy will shine. This guy will be better than this. And is Messi playing at the World Cup?
As who best third to qualify?
I don't know. Like I kept asking who do, like, I don't know who qualifies actually in the World Cup actually.
Now Iraq will play the winner of Bolivia and Suriname, and then they will qualify. And then you've got the European playoff qualifiers like Romania versus blah blah blah.
So I don't know about European. Who's A? Who's B? Where are they? What is Italy, for example? Because I care about Italy more.
Italy was in Group B, I think,
with Switzerland and Qatar and Canada.
Yes, I think that's.
Oh, that is a sheer group.
If they make it through the playoff, Habibi. Hey.
Yeah.
If they make it through the playoff, تصدقش حالك. Wait, Italian football with Fratesi. Have some shame.
Yeah.
Mo's like, you want to know something? The downfall of Italian football is because we have players like Fratesi.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give you. If people don't understand the difference, there is a player that plays for Inter now. It's called Pio Esposito. Massive guy, like Luca Toni style. Massive guy, right-footed. Scored a wonder goal in the Coppa Italia. He's our fourth striker after Thuram, Boni, and Lautaro, right? He's a good forward, right? But he won the young talent in Italian football, right? If you go watch the guy, he cannot dribble with the ball like Inzaghi for like 20 yards. You just can't.
Can you respond to the guy? I cannot do this. You respond.
Big up all champions, Carefree Lewis, of course. Absolute world champs. Big up the Charles Lewis, up the Charles world champions. Best team in the world. The biggest club in London. Lewis, of course. London Pride. Of course, Chelsea. Champions League winner. Of course, Chelsea. Of course, big up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea. Best team in the world. 4 years. People have to call Chelsea world champions. Of course, Chelsea. Chelsea 2 points above Man United on the table. Chelsea, absolutely magnificent.
I love you, Mo, man. By the way, stop making sense. Comoros just scored a goal against Saudi. Why are you in ليش امبارح ليش قبل يومين زي الكلب بس الامارات سجلت جول قعدت تبعبع بالشات. طب ما يسجلوا عليكم جزر القمر سجلوا عليكم. جزر القمر جابوا جول بالسعوديه. احكي قول شغله بالشات. Anyway, stop making sense. عارف حاله. Last time he commented on Ahwa, he's like, Mo كان رايق بالحلقة هاي because you were cooking everyone last episode. Remember when you cooked Hamza?
You know, it's the time. I know. I wasn't cooking. I don't like to cook, but the problem is
maybe we can get you on this Sunday Ahwa as well because there is nothing.
Maybe I don't mind. If there is nothing and I'm not going out, why not? يعني
Fulham Crystal Palace. Ooh, watch along بالله عليك.
I don't give. If I'm doing nothing, I'll join. يعني. You know, I don't care about this. You know. I will join. والله عادي. I will join and I will join Wednesday. Doesn't matter. Yeah, but to be honest, if Arsenal lose, there is no reason for any of us to be there. Like there is no it's not like if Arsenal lose or draw against Villa, like you don't matter on that episode. I don't matter. Nobody matters. There's only two people that matter. Right?
Baz and Hamza.
Hamza, that's it. There's going to be an hour of monologue of Hamza saying the Arsenal, especially if, okay, I just want you to imagine an Ahwa scenario. Man City win and Arsenal don't win. Bas khalas. It's done. Ahwa doesn't need Mo, doesn't need Yasser, doesn't need Osam, doesn't need anybody. Ahwa. It's going to be Hamza cooking Arsenal for like the whole show.
Just put Baz and Hamza with each other and fuck the rest of the street.
You don't need anything else. You don't need, Wallah, you don't. Yani we can just enjoy. I can join, we can sit and enjoy. But that's about it. You know what's gonna happen. I swear to God, you guys.
I swear to God, if City win and Arsenal lose,
bro, it's gonna be like Hamza. And Hamza is gonna go back on every single word he said last week.
Let me tell you something. You know that I actually have more hope in Sunderland getting something than Villa.
No, Villa.
I told Villa I'm not doing Arsenal Aston Villa.
No, Villa
I'm doing City Sunderland.
Villa are good, yeah. At home, Arsenal don't have center backs. All of them are out, right? There's only Hincapié is available. You know that, right? Have you checked the news? Mosquera's out for 6 to 8 weeks. Saliba's out. Gabriel is out. Come on.
Who's there then tomorrow? Ben White and
it's Ben White. They have 5 players available. Ben White, Hincapié, Timber, and Calafiori.
Skelly.
And Skelly. That's it. Into what? Here you go. Another world champion. Big up! Up the Chelsea. Another Chelsea. Up the Chelsea. Big up another big up the Chelsea. Big up Chelsea. 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 Up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea, Dennis. Up the Chelsea, Dennis. Oh, man. You know what? If anyone now tells Arsenal fans, don't talk about injuries, you're all hypocrites. All the City fans are talking about, we don't have Rodri. We don't have, we had a lot of injuries. Now, Arsenal have loads of fucking injuries. You know what I mean? They have a lot of injuries. Listen, if Arsenal win against Villa with the team that they have now, I don't know what to say. Do you expect them to win, Arsenal? How? How are you expecting Arsenal to win? How?
Because they have Mikel Arteta and they're going to be very defensively solid and they're not going to concede a lot of chances. Therefore, giving them a chance by definition of not conceding a lot of chances. Because they're defensively solid.
But that defense is not there. The Gabriel, Saliba,
yes,
not
but
there.
I believe that their defense is the unit. Their defense is Zubamendi. Their defense is Rice. Their defense is everyone together. Arsenal don't defend in the style of like, oh yeah, we have like Saliba and Gabriel out means we're shit. La. They defend as a unit, which I think makes them strong.
Why can't Pep Guardiola do this? So why Pep Guardiola can't do this? Why can't he defend in units?
So Pep doesn't have the quality defenders and he doesn't have the quality DMs either.
Arsenal don't have the quality. Arsenal
please don't tell me Nico G or Ryan Deers or Kovacic. Please. If they had Rodri, I think they would establish an element of control to a much bigger level. But they don't. So that's the reality.
Nico G, why is it wrong with Nico G?
Yalla, say it without smiling now.
What's wrong with Nico G? They tell us Nico G was levels.
What's wrong with Nico G? With the smile. You can see his smile on his face.
Mahana, you gotta understand. What is wrong with Nico G?
Nico G is not levels.
Nico G is not level.
He's not. Is Nico G levels? No. So now what?
Is Zubamendi levels?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Are you saying that Nico G and Zubamendi are in the same conversation? Well, I have some shame.
They told us. Nico G and Zubamendi are in the same conversation.
Yeah, here we go with this. They told us.
They told us, City fans. Nico G. Nico G. They told us. They said that.
Are you not tired of City fans? Be honest.
Why would I be tired of City fans?
Be honest. Are you just
why would I be tired of City fans?
Bro, Nico G is not on the level of Zubamendi, man. even if he costs around the same money.
Why would
Do you know I
Abu Dhar-
expect Sunderland to get something at the Etihad? By the way, this title race is going to be over soon. This whole title race bullshit is going to be over soon.
No, German Chicken Wing doesn't think that. He thinks that, okay, so that's what he said. Okay, great. See, he did a super chat on my channel. And he said, why are people saying that the title race is going to be over if Arsenal dropped points in 4 games and City dropped points in 5? Can you respond to this, please?
Because Arsenal lost away at Anfield, and they draw at home to Manchester City, and they draw away at Chelsea, and they draw away at Sunderland. City lost to Villa, City lost to Brighton, City lost to Spurs at home. Who else did City lose to? City lost to, who's the last game they lost to? Not Aston Villa, the other one, اللي بعدها. City lost to Newcastle, that Arsenal won away in.
And
So the level of opponent that you're dropping points to is lower, which also plays a part, because if you go away to Anfield and you lose the game, no one will really cry like that compared to like what's happening for you right now.
Sunderland ain't getting nothing at the Etihad. What makes you so sure? What makes you so sure about it? I don't understand. Like, why are you so sure about this? That they won't get anything at the Etihad. There's nothing sure. You can't be sure about this. Like, I don't think you can be sure about it. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure about it. Like the video, people, hit that like button, subscribe, because it's Sunderland who got something from Arsenal, who got something from Liverpool as well. Like, Sunderland are strong. Sunderland are only 5 points behind you. Sunderland, you aren't like 15 points ahead of Sunderland. Sunderland are only 5 points behind you. I'm expecting City to win, though. I know you are not.
I think Sunderland can get a draw. They're very defensively organized. They can get a draw. Plus, they can hurt City on the counter-attack because City's defense have been awful. Habibi, City have conceded 6 goals in 2 games. What are you doing here? City have conceded more than Liverpool in the last 2 games. And we are a joke.
I'm going to answer you the difference between Sunderland and against Man United. Sunderland didn't play against Man United with the respect that they're going to play against City or the respect they played against Arsenal or Liverpool. Sunderland played against Man United loose, right? That's why they lost. They're going to play against City alert. So they aren't going to be the same. It's not about Old Trafford. Anyone goes to Old Trafford, you don't show Man United respect. You're going to show City respect. A lot of respect.
Get triggered now.
Huh?
The 3 Man United fans we have in the chat are going to get really triggered more.
No, but seriously, you get the point, right?
Yeah.
Like, Sunderland aren't, like, nobody shows Man United the respect they used to show Man United back in the days.
Yeah, of course no one does. That I agree with. Back in the day.
All I have to tell you, it's a 50-50 ball position. Like, they took shots. Like, here is
what are you
problem.
talking about here?
Sunderland and Man United. Here is a problem with Manchester United, with Man City. That's what people fail to say. It's all about Arsenal will bottle it. They are not convinced, and that's what happened in the overlap. They don't talk about how.
Why is this triggering you so much? Tell me.
I'm gonna tell you because
why?
Because they don't talk about how good City are. They don't talk about how good. They talk about that Arsenal will bottle it. Back in the days, people will talk about City at the end. We'll go now. We know that we have the players at the end. Kevin De Bruyne is gonna be alive, and we're gonna go on a run at the end. We're gonna go on like 15, 16, 19,000 run a game, which is correct, right? But I want a City fan to tell me that their team is good enough to do this, rather than Arsenal will bottle it. Because AMT sent a great super chat as well. AMT said something that is very. He said that if this Arsenal team is starting strong, if this Arsenal team ends like the 23-24, they will win the league. Right? If they end like the 23-24 season.
Yeah, of course. If they win 16 out of 18, they're winning the league 100%.
Are City fans confident that their team is going to be similar to the 23-24 season when they won 17 out of 18 games. Are you confident? You know, Arsenal won 16 out of 18.
This is now the real football conversation, because my thing is like, you watch City, and if City had beat Newcastle or City had beat Aston Villa, they would have a much bigger case for what you're saying right now, which is why I legitimately believe that this is Arsenal's season and that they're going to win the league. Because even with all these injuries, they're not being affected that badly. Even with all the stuff that they've got going on right now for them, which is negative, they're not like getting destroyed or something. Like, they're holding their own, they're defending, they're playing really well, they're winning games of football, which I think is very important. So I look at it from the perspective of, okay, can City go on a crazy winning run? Because this is what this goes down to. Mo's 100% correct. Forget Arsenal for a second. Can City themselves win 16 out of 18? Based on current form, Mo? No. Based on
I'm based on here is the difference. I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna talk football with you guys, okay? In the 1-in-12 games last season, that 1-in-12 run, City were in control in every single game. Higher ball position, bigger chances, and they used to concede on the counter, correct? And what Pep Guardiola did in the second half of the season is they signed some players and they tightened the defense a little bit and they started conceding less. City today, yes, they are winning against a Sunderland, a Fulham or a Leeds, but they are losing against other teams. They aren't controlling the games. So it's basically, this Pep Guardiola is a new coach. That's a new coach. That's not the same Pep Guardiola as before. Like Arne Slot, this Arne Slot is not the same Arne Slot as last season. He's not the same guy. That's different.
Yeah, he's not.
Pep Guardiola this season,
and Pep don't have the players that he did before either. That's another thing.
I don't care about the players as much as I care about the style. This Pep style of play, the one that he does today, right? The guy that gets 35% ball position at the Etihad, the guy that defends against Man United playing the counter attack, the guy that doesn't control games, the guy that makes strange subs by taking Doku out, puts Savinho in. This guy, the guy that does low block, is the same. It's different.
I looked back at what you said against Fulham. If City continued playing the way that they did, they would have won that game by 7 goals. No exaggeration. They would have won that game by 7 goals.
I think City fans, some of them, they think I'm bantering or I'm against City. The City I'm watching today is way more exciting than the City that are in much more control, okay?
Yeah.
More entertaining.
But it doesn't lead to more wins, though. That's the big problem.
But as I said before, and guys, I'm very consistent. And that's one of the things I said about Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal. Teams that win leagues dominate and dictate and stamp authorities. In this day and age in football, since Pep Guardiola came to the scene in 2009, most of the teams that win leagues are teams that dominate, stamp authority. They have the same style of play against all teams. Most of the teams, right?
Yeah.
City today don't have that style. You don't. See, you don't. What City do today, maybe Pep Guardiola will change it later. The problem is all fan bases are very sensitive. Okay? This is similar. This is the ignorance in some people is not opening their mind to understand what I'm saying. This has nothing to do with me hating or liking Man City. I'm analyzing what's in front of me. You have to dominate. That's my opinion. Unless proven otherwise, you have to dominate to win league title. Dominate. What I mean by dominate, be the team on the front foot. Pep Guardiola currently, sometimes he's reactive. He reacts to the opposition. انت what are you watching?
Saudi and Comoros.
يعني والله العظيم حرام عليك you're watching السعودية بتلعب ده ماتش ودي.
Arab Cup, bro. Saudi are playing nice football.
Comoros. جزر القمر. هو جزر القمر عرب؟ والله العظيم ما شاء الله عليا. تعليم الابتدائي راح. I don't think
guys,
people understand.
Mo hates City and he hates Arsenal when he criticizes them, and he hates Chelsea and he hates everyone.
And I hate Salah because I think Salah is yeah, I hate Salah as well.
He hates everyone. Mo hates everyone. Mo's a hater in general. Mo's generally a hater. Yeah, but when you
Yeah,
say he has an agenda, we're just okay. So here's the thing, German chicken wing, because you're a serial crier. Yahi, City are 5-1 up against Fulham. Mo said he has the thumbnail ready. He spoke to the guy, and then he's like, wait a little bit. 5-1 up. He was about to literally upload a video titled City send warning shots to the rest of the league. City then proceed in the next 30 minutes to concede 3 goals. And they were under the caution the last second because Fulham almost equalized. So 5-1 to 5-4. Of course, the narrative will change. Of course, the way that we speak about your football club will change. Of course, the way that we address your football club will change. Because guess what? Your performance changed. Your result changed. The way that you handle things changed. Because at 5-1, I agree with Mo completely. Had Manchester City just played a bit more offensive football and continued playing the same exact way, I believe Man City would have beaten Fulham 7-1. I think Manchester City would have beaten Fulham 7-1, absolutely slapped the shit out of Fulham. But you didn't. So we have to address the facts and what happened in front of our very own eyes. Isma, I need to be right back 3 minutes.
تفضل. So I don't understand, why do people think that I have an agenda if I'm analyzing the football in front of me? Currently, as it stands in the Premier League, Manchester City went down in ball position to 56%. I think that is the lowest in their time in the Premier League under Pep Guardiola. And also, are you convinced that this team, the way you play football now, will allow you to go in a run? I think so, actually. I think it might be Pep Linder's ball. It might be, I don't know. Because the only thing that changed is Pep Linders. And you score a lot of goals. City score a lot of goals, and they are fantastic. City are fantastic going forward, right? But in the same time, I think you should be able to go forward, right? How am I saying this if I'm ripping into Liverpool all the time? If I am the one, okay, so guys, so let's be honest with each other. I'm going to tell you guys in the chat, people, who's the guy that invented what is your threshold about Arteta to Arsenal fans? Who invented that question? Genuinely, to be honest with you. You remember in the last 2 years watching content, who made that question up? What is the threshold about Arteta? What if he doesn't want to be anything? You know what I mean? Who invented that question? Isn't it like I used to run streams questioning Arsenal fans about when are they going to be Arteta out? No, bro. I am the one who invented what's your threshold. Bro, I invented that since I was with never a foul. You're always sensitive, guys. You're always that. Even before the title, when in 22, 23, I used to ask, what's your threshold? Genuinely, I used to ask, what's your threshold? I used to genuinely bring Martin here. I didn't even watch Lee at that time, to be honest with you, to know. That's in 22, 23, they said that. They used the word threshold. Paz, why be objective if you can be a YouTuber? I'm trying my best to be a YouTuber. They don't like to hear anything bad about their team. That's the problem. They don't like to be objective. That's the problem. They don't like to be objective. People don't like to be objective. Does your narrative change if Aston Villa beat Arsenal? It doesn't. You know, it doesn't at all, by the way. My narrative wouldn't change if Arsenal get beat by Aston Villa. It doesn't. And if Man City win against Sunderland, it wouldn't change. I honestly will have the same exact thing. Of course, there is context. If Arsenal get battered against Aston Villa and completely got dominated, right? We'll have to talk about the injuries and Mosquera and Saliba and Gabriel not being there, which is a valid thing, you know, a valid thing for them. If they get battered, yeah, by the way, I actually think that Arsenal are not going to be as strong as we think they will be against Aston Villa. because of the absentees. However, having Odegaard back, having Gyökeres back, Moreno is the form he is, Madueke and Saka, that is something that will add to their team, you know. Ben White playing very well last game, to be honest with you. Playing very, very well last game. I liked him. You know, I think the main talking point this season isn't Arsenal and City, actually, genuinely speaking. Because whatever it happens at the end, it happens and we'll enjoy it. I think the main topic is Enzo Maresca and Chelsea. Is people turning on Enzo Maresca? Genuinely. Like what Rory Jennings said, I don't know. I'm going to bring it up, actually. Because I think, did I actually... I don't know. Oh, fuck me, bro. My mouse is not working. Like, has Maresca, like, are people gonna change their way on Maresca, or their opinion on Maresca? You know, are people gonna change their opinions on Maresca based on what is going on? And did I bookmark it? Did I bookmark what Rory Jennings said about Maresca? I don't know. He said something about Maresca fooling him or some kind of shit like this. And yeah, it's right there. It's actually a very good piece. I will wait for Husam to come in because I need to play this clip, actually.
Why you need Husam to come in?
No, because I needed to comment on this clip as well.
Experienced YouTuber can't make content by himself.
Ignore the sarcasm.
I'm glad we got Algeria and we're gonna win, inshallah. Anyway,
listen to this. I think the main point is not only Arsenal and City. This is ridiculous. Watch this.
Ridiculous.
That he was something that he isn't.
صوت واطي علي.
الصوت عالي.
صوت واطي كثير.
It's the highest. Look at this.
طب استنى ثواني. Here, my voice is 90 on my laptop. يلا play it.
But it's very high on my...
طب play it حبيبي خلص.
Allowed Maresca to convince me that he was something that he isn't. I had my reservations. I knew what he was like. I knew what he was capable of. But I got caught up in the euphoria of that point against Arsenal. I got caught up in the euphoria of what we did to Barcelona. And as a result, I started talking about Chelsea being in a title charge. I genuinely believed it. I genuinely allowed myself to believe it. And that is why I am a dunce. You know, like the dopey kid at school, sits in the corner back in the day and he wears a cone hat with a D on it. That's me. For believing that Maresca could be something else. For believing that Chelsea could launch a serious and sustained bid to win a Premier League title. I genuinely thought that we could because I thought he was evolving. I was using loads of examples to say that Maresca was evolving. Last year, he said we couldn't win a league title. This year, he said we could. It's like, okay, he's learning. You know, we saw us go down to 10 men against Manchester United, and Maresca made a pig's ear of it. We went down to 10 men against Arsenal, and he found a way. I was like, he's improving. He's finding form. He's learning. And he's so short-sighted. It's made me look full. We had a title race for 72 hours. We were in the title race for 72 hours.
72 hours.
I've been arguing with people. I've been having bets with people. I owe people money at TalkSport. Because I've said that we are now in a serious title race. We need to be taken seriously. We are a serious football club.
Okay. So Rory has an agenda. Okay. I need Husam now. Okay. And Lewis, you're saying that Rory is like Hamza.
Lewis, do you want the link, brother? We can send you.
Fine, Lewis. Okay. I want, like, I don't know. Okay. Genuinely speaking, I want people to answer me this. And Paz, if you want the link, I will send you the link, Paz. Genuinely speaking, I want Husam, you listen to the clip. Tell me, is what he said wrong?
Elaborate.
By the way, he didn't think. By the way,
you have to start first on this one.
He didn't say anything edgy. I like Enzo Maresca, and I keep saying, and I defended Enzo Maresca when I did the video this morning. I defended him because he wasn't given the tools, right? He wasn't given the tools to work with. With all due respect, that front line that started, and we discussed this yesterday on Mhf, that front line of Estevao, Delap, and Gittins is too young to be the front line for Chelsea Football Club at Leeds. It's too young.
Mhm.
It's too young. It's too inexperienced to be the front line of Chelsea Football Club against Leeds United. Along with a Joao Pedro that is struggling for form since the Club World Cup and the beginning of the season.
Mhm.
So Enzo Maresca is being let down. He's being let down, yes. But also there is another part of it. He is actually using, I think that yesterday or the day that Chelsea played, you do not, in the right frame of mind, the back line of Kukurea, for Kukurea, Chalobah, Badia Shield, and Tosin is shambles. That back line wouldn't start for any club. It's shambles. If Chelsea have
Your conspiracy about Maresca being forced to play certain players, maybe. What do you pass the link and send it to Lewis as well? If he wants to join him, just message him the link.
Lewis doesn't respond to me. He can respond to you. Ignores me all the time.
Maybe just send him the fucking link. You just sucked off Chelsea 10 minutes ago. Anyway. So just send him the link. Anyway. If you want to join, he'll join. My thing is, like, with this conversation, I feel bad for Enzo Maresca. Just like I felt bad for Poch. But I feel bad for Maresca more because I see Maresca's coaching abilities and you could tell that the guy's a very good coach. I don't think anyone with a brain cell can convince me that Maresca went to Iqbali and went like, man, please bring me Garnacho and Gittins. And with all due respect to anyone, guys, don't insult our intelligence. Wallahi, let's be honest here.
And don't insult the man is intelligent, Enzo Maresca. He's given a 90 million pound budget for the left winger, and his choices were Garnacho and Gittins.
Let's be serious. Do we legitimately believe Enzo Maresca went to the scouts, he went to the board and went like, you know, I've been watching Garnacho play for Man United and that's the solution for me in the wing. I'm sorry, no amount of gaslighting can convince me that he did that. So just like I defended Poch for the transfer decisions, I'll defend Maresca for the transfer decisions. And actually, Chelsea fans, there is a conversation you're not ready for, but it's a conversation that will happen soon. If Chelsea keep faltering, there is going to be a Maresca out conversation. Now, I think it's crazy to want Maresca out. I think he's shown his managerial abilities. I would take him to replace Slot, Enzo Maresca. I've got no problem with that. But the fact that you get players like that at your football side shows me that there is a serious lack of seriousness. Meaning, we expected Chelsea to take the next step. Me and Mo both. Some people say I have an agenda and blah, 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 but even I expected Chelsea to take the next step. They haven't done so. And that's purely down to transfers. Chelsea fans have spent 90 million on the left wing and they don't rate either of them. Half of that was Semenyo's price. Half of that. You could have went and gotten your own version of Federico Chiesa from the Italian league and fucking Semenyo, and you would have saved another 20 million to buy Maignan with it. That's the reality. Who you consider a troubled position.
Maignan,
so for me, just as much as I felt bad for Poch during the recruitment saga, I feel bad for Maresca for the same exact reasons. I don't think he went to the board wanting these players to begin with. I really don't.
Yeah, me too. I don't think it is.
Because it's very illogical to think that to begin with. Very illogical. No way. There is no way he went to them and asked for all this. But at the same time, this is the part where Rory is spot on. Their title charge really did last 2 days. That's not a lie. And me and Mo spoke with each other and we said, if after all that you go and you lose to Leeds, wallahi, you're useless. That's the reality. If after everything you did against Arsenal and we sit here and we say credit and you fought and you should be proud and you go and lose to Leeds, you have undone everything you did against Arsenal. That's the reality.
Yeah, 100%.
Shameless FC leader in the building.
The fraud.
Fraud himself. How are you, brother?
You know me, I would never turn down an opportunity to talk Chelsea. As you all know, I love Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? I just love Chelsea, man. I love them. What a club, man.
You love Chelsea?
Yeah, I love them. And I love talking about them. And do you know what makes this even better, this scenario? I love the way you lot are speaking about Chelsea as well. Is mainly because of all the grief I got about 48 hours ago, man. And I think as a neutral, because I like to take the stance of a neutral sometimes, and I think everyone likes a good title.
Can you be objective once in your life?
This is amateur. Let's try to be objective. This is amateur.
I swear, you didn't even hear the rest of my point. I'm being deadly serious.
Look at this. Look at this. The Gunners.
Habibi, what is this? The Chelsea cook session, يعني?
No, I promise you, I was not even about to cook no one. I'm just saying, if I'm being genuine, what makes the Premier League fun is when it's at its most competitive. So to be quite honest with you, I would have preferred their title thing to go on a bit longer. And, we have a real year. Don't get me wrong. As an Arsenal fan, I want us to win the league and I want us to blow it away so I can chat shit. But if I'm honest, I would rather it be competitive. I'd like to watch other games and those games matter rather than just watch Arsenal games and that's the only thing I care about. Do you know what I mean? So to me, this is really disappointing, even though I did call it and everyone called me crazy for it. But I'm not here to rub that in no one's face, though. You know what I mean? But my man, I do think
what is happening? Why there is oh, we got a lot of big up Luke for being here. Dio's here, Luke is here, Spurs fan, and wow.
Do you not think though in regards to what my man said, the clip you played, do you not think that's bang on for everyone though? Do you think that? Can
we please listen to the clip one more time? Can we please just listen to it one more time? Same exact clip, just play it again. I want to hear is Rory making it about Maresca though? I want to hear this one more time.
Yes, he's making it about Maresca.
Play it one more time. Same exact clip. Yeah. Chelsea title race lasted 3 days. Okay, we know that part, but the rest of it, I wanna know. What exactly is the problem here?
He's talking about the Maresca choices of games and the plans and how he went into the Leeds game. There was more in-depth conversation with Jason Cundy on TalkSport.
Of course, we're only playing the headline.
I had my reservations. I knew what he was like. I knew what he was capable of, but I got caught up in the euphoria of that point against Arsenal. I got caught up in the euphoria of what we did to Barcelona. And as a result, I started talking about Chelsea being in a title charge. I genuinely believed it. I genuinely allowed myself to believe it. And that is why I am a dunce. Like the dopey kid at school, sits in the corner back in the day and he wears a cone hat with a D on it. That's me. For believing that Maresca could be something else. For believing that Chelsea could launch a serious and sustained bid to win a Premier League title. I genuinely thought that we could because I thought he was evolving. I was using loads of examples to say that Maresca was evolving. Last year, he said we couldn't win a league title. This year, he said we could. I was like, okay, he's learning. We saw us go down to 10 men against Manchester United, and Maresca made a pig's ear of it. We went down to 10 men against Arsenal, and he found a way. I was like, he's improving. He's finding form. He's learning. And it's so short-sighted. It's made me look full. We had a title race for 72 hours. We were in the title race for 72 hours. I've been arguing with people. I've been having bets with people. I owe people money at TalkSport because I've said that we are now in a serious title race. We need to be taken seriously. We are a serious football club.
Okay, now that I've watched it back, I would say, yeah. Okay, if I'm taking off my troll hat, I'm putting it down over here. I haven't taken it off in a while.
I don't think you are capable of doing this.
No, I've taken it off. I put it to the side. Now, I'll be honest, yeah. So, for example, when Arteta came in, I don't think there was a point in fact, when I say I don't think, I know I was never Arteta out, and I never ever forgot what I like the most about Arsenal, which is the fact that we don't just have a revolving door of managers, right? And I've always liked that about Arsenal. I've always liked to say that Arsenal is like a proper club. Do you know what I mean? So if I'm not being a hypocrite,
what the fuck is this a proper club shit?
I think, like, for example, give the managers time for things to develop, not just a revolving door, and the only thing you care about is I want a trophy from you in 5 minutes or you're a crap manager. So if I'm not being shameless, I think Chelsea fans are being very reactionary, but I think they've been reactionary twice. So I think they've been reactionary in thinking that they were ready to win the league, and now I think they're reactionary in saying Maresca out. So I think you're just too emotional, and I think what needs to happen here is a bit of patience. Like I don't think you can truly know how good a manager is until a few years. Like you can't expect a manager to come in for a year and a bit. I think that's how long. How long has Maresca been there now?
2 years. This is second year. Not even 2 years. It's a year and some months, couple of months.
Yeah, so that's the point. Like you can't see everything yet, and he's also got it's a bunch of little kids. Because I remember when Arteta had a little.
Yeah, but I got a question for you. Okay, I got a question for you. Here is the difference. You're watching Maresca. Do you think Maresca will win a title with this Chelsea model? Because you got to put the two combinations together for you to say, okay, this Maresca guy, because remember, Arsenal were really, really not giving Arteta everything. I remember the Eddie Nketiah being the backup striker. I remember the Rob Holding. And these are the guys that were the backup. I remember when Arteta wanted a right back and they said, here is Ben White, fix it with Bellerin. You remember? Fix it. It's your fault. It's your problem.
And Cedric.
Cedric Suarez. I remember Arteta wanted a right back and they gave him Cedric Suarez and Ben White and said, figure it out. That model would never have won the title with Arteta. That model.
So now, I hear your point. But
you get my point about Arsenal had to change the way they recruit for them to reach where they are. They had to go and spend 45 million in Hincapié. They had to go and get Eucharist.
But all these things, I think, take time. And I think people are so used to everything being so fast foody in life in general that to build, especially because of how good, like how competitive things are and how difficult it is to win things now. For people to expect managers to come in for 5 minutes and everyone from top to bottom of the club just get everything right, I just don't think it really makes sense.
Yeah, but the model of these guys, like Papa Beard is spot on, and I said that, and we actually discussed this. Again, I'm gonna repeat it again for the people in the back that didn't hear it. Faz didn't hear this. I refuse to believe that there is a sane manager in the world currently that will be given 90 million pounds to reinforce a position and will choose Garnacho and Gittins. I don't think there is any unless the board are saying these are the players you're going to get for these 90 million.
An alternative way to look at it is they've said, you know what, we've seen. Okay, let's say we're using Arsenal's. Let's say Arsenal's a staple, even though it technically hasn't come to the end of it. Yeah. So, or even really the beginning of the winning part. So let's say Arsenal was the staple, though. Yeah. I think as he left you out. That's
why.
That's right.
Why?
Big up you though, because I don't want to big up Husam either. But let's say Arsenal's the state.
What have I done?
No, sorry, my mic. Something happened with my mic. Sorry, I said big up Husam. Sorry, my mic. Something crazy happened. Don't know what happened.
I don't understand what is going on.
Yeah, I don't know. My mic's crazy. I don't know why.
Anyway.
Yeah. But let's say Arsenal's a staple. What if Chelsea's looked at that and said, you know what? I think our squad is too gone for us to go out and just go and buy all the best players, and I don't think we can attract those. So our better chance is to try and find really good young players and build something the way Arsenal did.
No.
The approach.
No. If Chelsea fucking
no, you're screaming. But I did a video with Matisse 2 months ago, before we even got into this crazy Premier League action and everything. And I asked Matisse the question, are you now the blue Arsenal? And he said yes. He said it looks like they're headed into that direction. Because here's the thing, Rory's statement isn't false. His conclusion is false.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Maresca's fault. I think it's the board's fault. But is his conclusion true? Is his statements all wrong? Like, oh yeah, we were in the title race for 3 days. No, that's a true statement. Because we worked with each other, all three of us, and we said, if they don't go ahead and beat Leeds, all this Arsenal kumbaya means nothing. Because guess what? You're now 9 points behind. And you've got to go Emirates. And you've got to go Anfield. And you've got to play City twice.
Yeah, but can I answer why no when I screamed and said no? Is that because I believe that if Chelsea went out to go and bid 60 million this summer for Semenyo, he would have been tempted to go Chelsea. Without a shot.
He would have been tempted. He would have been a Chelsea player. He's at Bournemouth.
Like with all due respect, Paz, Chelsea, after winning the Club World Cup, after getting Champions League, they can attract players. Without a shadow of a doubt, Chelsea could have tried to sign an established striker, a number 9, and whoever that is. I'm going to give you an example. Mateta. Mateta is on paper a better number 9 than Boz Dilap and Joao Pedro.
Okay, so now
A better number 9.
I don't disagree with that. However, with
Okay, let me give you an example. The likes of Eze, I want you to remove. I'm talking about the caliber of player. The likes of Eze. There are players like Eze in the world, right? You could have gone and attracted an Eze, and that player would have joined your club. It's not like this Chelsea are not attractive for. Like you saying that they're not attractive. No, they are. Chelsea are an attractive football club.
By the way, Arsenal came in for Eze towards the end. At the start, it was all about Eze.
Sorry,
but here is.
I'm going to tell you something. From the beginning of the window, there is a striker that was available in the market, and they could have signed the striker. It's called Ekitike.
Okay, I'll give you an example. Hold on. Think about it. There's loads of different strategies that people have used in the Prem. So there's the Arsenal strategy, which people are basically saying has worked. And then you've got what Man United have tried since Fergie left. They tried to get loads of big players. Ibrahimovic, Di Maria's, they bought loads of players. They're still buying loads of technically higher profile players. It still stinks. So and the reason why I would say that is worse than what Chelsea are doing is because you go by Ibrahimovic, you go by Mateta, you go by players that are 28, 29. If they stink the first season, that's it. They stink. Like more often than not. You go get a Liam Delap and he stinks for the first year. You can now do the copium of he's only 22. He's got.
Here's the issue. They did that with Jackson.
That's just what I'm saying. So for me, like what Chelsea are doing, I think gives. If I was a fan, I would prefer it because I'd be looking at loads of young players and I'd be able to use the copium of saying they have time. If you look at Man United squad, they do not have time. They're saying rip it up and start again. Do you know what I mean? So I would prefer having a bunch of young bums and a bunch of old bums. But it's just safer. And Arsenal's been doing that for 20 years until the squad got old and then everyone lost their head. So like realistically, I do kind of think I'd prefer to be a Chelsea than what Man United is. Like with a 30-year-old Maguire.
It's different mentality, completely different body.
Different. Like Paz, my thing is
comparing Man United to Chelsea is so disingenuous.
This is not the Arsenal way. This is the Liverpool way, which is bring in a Jurgen Klopp, build it from the ground up, take it step at a time, and build to something. Meaning, first summer you go get like Mane, Wijnaldum, blah blah, Robertson, and then after that you go have the transfers of blah. Like you look at Chelsea, there was a moment where Chelsea could have taken the step up to the next level, and it was this summer. Now, I think with certain tweaks here and there, you could have still gotten young players that are way better. Semenyo, Ekitike, that in itself right there makes Chelsea front line 10 times better. Semenyo, Ekitike, blah, blah, blah. You could still went and got Joao Pedro as an example, but he would have you'd have got Ekitike instead of Delap, maybe. You know, so my thing is like Chelsea decision making at the top has been absolutely dumb. And
the players
I'll give you the best example for this center back situation. They knew that Colwell was out from before for like August start. They had 31 days, and what did they say? Internal solutions. That's what they said, Paz. Internal solutions. What is the internal solution? Tossen. Am I lying? That's the internal solution.
Badia Shell.
It's dark. Nice dark. Don't get me wrong.
Tom, you want the link as well? We'll send you.
I'm not saying it's going well. I would, if I'm not being a troll, I would say there is some logic to some of the things that they're doing, as well as like the players you've named, like Ekitike. Like people aren't going to see Chelsea. Bro, look at what they've had to pay for Jamie Gittins. Look what they've had to pay for all these players. They're not getting none of these players for. They're getting them all for 40 million. You go knock on Ekitike's door. It's 90 million. You go knock on Semenyo's door. They're going to probably say something mad to you. So the reality is like, if you're talking about, and also they need to build a
squad. Send link.
They also need to build the squad out. So they need, not only do they need good players, they need more players. Their squad just isn't big enough. So I think it's a bit harsh to say, oh, go get a Ekitike.
After all the money that is spent, the squad is not big enough.
Well, hey, that's not my fault. I'm not telling you it's good enough. I'm not telling you it's good enough. I'm buzzing that that's in fact, sorry, my troll hat.
But objectively,
hold on, let me take my troll hat back off because it nearly came back on just now. Chill.
Yeah. Objectively, you cannot be spending that much money. And I said that. And Chelsea, the problem with Chelsea fans, here comes the Chelsea fans saying that Mo has an agenda, right? I'm saying if any club in the league have spent that much money within 2-3 years, you're going to have one of the best teams in the world.
But
in the
it's not
world.
our fault that they spent it on youngsters.
We're being objective now. We're not talking about your fault or Paz's fault or Tom's fault.
No, but
We're
no, I'm
being
agreeing with your
objective.
point. It's
Yes,
not
we
on
are being
Paz or on
objective
Tom
now.
or on me that you decided to spend 90 on Gittins and Garnacho. That's on you, Habibi. I didn't ask you to do that. Did I ask you to do that? Did I ask you to go and sign those 2 kids? No, I didn't.
Hey, in 3
And
years,
I bet Maracca didn't ask for it either.
But I'd say what they do have the benefit of doing though in 3 years is looking back at that team and it might become something. Whereas you go by Mateta, you go by Semenyo, and they stink.
But I ask you something for real. Do you think it will be something? And define something.
Better question.
Okay.
Define something. You know what? Something
Something.
is. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. You know what? This Arsenal team that Arteta built is something. You know why it's something? I'm gonna tell you why it's something. It's something because we see people that have nothing to do with Arsenal, with the Premier League or rivalry, saying that we think that Arsenal are favorites to win the Premier League and the Champions League. That by itself is what we're talking about, something. I know that people will come with the banter of, but they haven't won anything, which is fine. They might fail. But I'm talking today, on December 5th, today in 2025, I see German pundits and Spanish pundits sitting down and say, we don't want to face Arsenal. This fucking team is so hard to beat that we think they might win the double. Like, that is something, right? Jurgen Klopp's team is something. The quad team was fucking something. That team, as an Inter, when we got drawn against Liverpool, I was fucking terrified, shitting my pants. You know, that team. The team that didn't lose any game at Anfield, that is something. Pep Guardiola's treble team is something, right? And by the way, that Liverpool team hasn't won any that time. They didn't win, right? But that's what do you guys think that this Chelsea team will be something under this model of recruitment?
I don't really think a lot of the players that they've bought are like. I don't look at Gittins and think you're gonna do something in this Prem. I don't look at a lot of the players and think you're gonna be something in this Prem. But again, even with Arsenal, we've missed plenty of times. Like we not every single signing we've done has landed. But I think in 3 years you could look back on it and potentially say, you know what, I can see where you're going with this. I don't think they've. Don't get me wrong. I think their product currently stinks, and I've always said that. I've never changed that opinion. But I think it's better to have a strategy than absolutely no strategy. And I think they are actually at least have something they're trying to do. Like there is some, I see some form of direction. That is what I would say. But to me, it still stinks. And I'm buzzing.
It's just it's something that's never worked before. And they want it. They want to be the ones to make it work. They want to be the ones to implement this idea of bringing all these youngsters at the same time, at the same 2-3 year period, so they can all grow together. And then by 3 years' time, they're all at the same prime and they're all adapted to each other and everything. That's not how football works. That's not how it works. I
disagree with that one. Man United Class 92 is an example of it.
Man United developed those.
Yeah, but they're trying to develop these lot.
No, Man United developed these lot through their youth system. They had how many years of building them through their philosophy? I assume you're going to go, Arsenal brought a lot of this scoring through the academy or through that sections. The difference is Chelsea are going out every year and spending minimum £200 million on young players. And they are creating a team of young players. So you looked at United team that had so much success in the early or in the late 90s. It wasn't a team of youngsters. It was a team with 5-6 young players, and then the experience, know-how winners. The Arsenal team now.
So do you think that if I ask you, so if you went into the Chelsea boardroom and you spoke to them all, do you think they're going into the season with the idea of that they're trying to win stuff? Because I would say if that's what they're thinking,
no.
then I would say they're crazy.
No.
However, I don't think that's what they're thinking. I think they're thinking, let's try and build something here for the next few years.
They don't plan to win until 2027. If anything, their Club World Cup win, they probably didn't want the Club World Cup win when it happened because it changed expectations in the short term. They won and everyone went, well, you got to start winning now. And they went, shit, we're not ready. That's why now, every single time there's a Chelsea result, we get so fucking volatile with it, where it's they're ready now. This is them, and they lose, and it's no, we're not ready. We're still miles away from the project. They didn't want that Club World Cup win, and if you look at that Club World Cup win, I've maintained it from the start. It pisses Chelsea fans off. It wasn't a proper, wow, what a win that was. They played all the Brazilian teams, Benfica, and a fucking shattered PSG. It was the Mickey Mouse side of the draw. They beat the Brazilian teams. Well done. They didn't play anyone hard until the end.
Throw hat back on now.
They didn't play anyone hard until the end.
He's trying to force my troll hat back on. I didn't come here to troll, but I will. I didn't come here to troll, but I will. I will troll Chelsea. I was trying to be a neutral. You know what I mean? I was trying to be a neutral.
You can't, because deep down you hate Chelsea. It's okay.
I was trying to be a neutral.
I've never. This is the first time someone said what Tom said, and it's just kind of it's getting there. It's sticking there. It's like, if Chelsea didn't win the Club World Cup, we would not have been sitting here demanding what is being demanded from Chelsea.
But Mo, I pulled up the Club World Cup. So this was Chelsea's run to. This was Chelsea's run to win the Club World Cup. This was Chelsea's run to win the Club World Cup. Bear in mind, we know what.
I don't want to talk about the Club World Cup as a run. Forget we have killed that conversation. The most important conversation.
This is part of where it comes to, though. They won that trophy, but they didn't win. When we look at how they won that trophy, it wasn't a case of they showcased they could beat the best.
No, but most of their players are good. Most of their players are good. Caicedo's good. Enzo's good. Malo Gusto's good. Reece James is phenomenal. Correa's good. Huh?
Enzo Fernandez is not good. He's not. What top team? No, genuine question. Genuine question. Genuine question. What top team is taking Enzo Fernandez?
Husam said Enzo's better than Caicedo.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. It's not close. He said it's not close, by the way. He said it's not close, just so we're all clear. Just in case anyone in the chat or on the panel wanted to know what he was said, he said Enzo is by far better than Caicedo. I want that all nice and clear. Thank you. Now, react how
Were you under duress when you said this, Husam?
Nope.
What happened?
He was so
How did we get here?
Nothing happened. I just think Enzo's way better, like, technically, which I stick by.
No.
I've always said technically, do not lie.
No, you said Caicedo is a shin kicker and he's been exposed. That's what you said.
He said if you're asking to drop,
he's not better technically. Caicedo was a better technical footballer.
He said overall Enzo is better than Caicedo. Caicedo lacks a lot of and Enzo Fernandez is a complete midfielder.
Enzo Fernandez and complete midfielder in the same sentence. What are we doing? Oh my god. God. He's lost it. Enzo Fernandez and complete midfielder in the same sentence. The man who can't play on the half turn. The man who lacks the defensive qualities to live in a pivot to the point where Chelsea have to decide whether to play him or Palmer as the 10 because they can't play Fernandez alongside Caicedo because Caicedo has to hold his hand through the entire fucking match. Enzo Fernandez is not good. They are at the stage we were at.
He's good. Now you're taking it to the extreme. Now he's taking it to the extreme.
He's not.
He's taking it to the extreme by saying he's not good. He's extreme. That's the problem. You don't have to take it to the extreme. He's not. Enzo Fernandez is a good player. He's a good player. No,
he's a decent player. He's got some good attributes. He's not a good player.
What level?
No, he wasn't.
Tell me the other players that are at Enzo's level.
Enzo Fernandez last season was one of the best midfielders.
Let him land it. What's the other players that are on his level? It's gonna get dark.
Okay, overall, rank the midfielders in the league. I'm gonna give you the names and you rank. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna give you the name and you rank above or below. Start Declan Rice. Whatever. No, it doesn't matter. Declan Rice.
Oh, so Declan Rice is where I'm going from.
Okay, Declan Rice is right. No, it doesn't matter. McAllister, is he above or below Declan Rice?
Below
Declan Rice. Okay, Gravenberch, below or above McAllister?
Below.
Okay, so we established. Okay, Martin Odegaard, above or below?
Below.
Gravenberch.
Yes.
Gravenberch or McAllister? Gravenberch.
No, I need to understand. Where does Odegaard stand in this rank? Behind Declan Rice?
Odegaard
Odegaard is above
Gravenberch.
Gravenberch, but below McAllister.
Below
Okay,
McAllister.
okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Caicedo.
He is just below Rice, but he's above the
Below,
rest.
so Rice, Caicedo. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I get what you're saying. Enzo Fernandez.
Bottom, put him
Below Gravenberch for you.
He is. You're going to give me more names here. He's got all them names are going above him. Keep going.
So, okay, Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer.
Enzo Fernandez is below
Caicedo.
Below Caicedo. Fair enough. Zubamendi.
Probably just behind McAllister.
Behind McAllister, Zubamendi, then Gravenberch, then Enzo Fernandez. This is where we are now. Right?
No, you got to keep giving me names.
Eze. I'm going to give you names.
Eze is probably ahead of Zubamendi. That's where
Okay. Tonali.
I put Tonali above McAllister.
Okay, fair enough. Guimaraes.
Guimaraes just below Tonali, but they're like neck and neck.
Just below Tonali.
Yeah,
okay,
but they're
Reinders.
Reinders. I haven't really been that impressed by him in the Premier League so far, so I'll probably put him.
So there's not enough sample size for him. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but who's towards the bottom of the list?
Adam Morton.
Adam Morton's brilliant. Adam Morton is probably just below Zubamendi.
So I mentioned 10 names, and as of now, Enzo Fernandez is Tom's bottom of that list.
No, we can keep going. We can keep going. By the way, if you want, we can keep going.
There's no Norgard.
Norgard.
I'm gonna kick you out of the stream.
I mean, Norgard was a top
kick you out of the stream.
Brentford.
Okay.
Let's not.
By the way, guys, as they were waffling, I added Paz the Creator and Tom Little to the description. Go give them a subscribe.
Look, I'm gonna remove you off the thing.
Like, I look at Aston Villa, so I've just pulled up the Premier League table. I pulled the Premier League table.
Okay, you think Morgan Rogers is better than him? Morgan Rogers.
Yep, I think Morgan Rogers, Onana, McGinn, and Kamara are all better than Fernandez. You give me them. You give me them. I run with it.
Kamara, you might be violating.
No,
Kamara's brilliant.
I think
Kamara's brilliant.
I think now he went too far.
No, because you know where I draw the line.
Fernandez you are lying because Enzo Fernandez last season had a brilliant season, amazing season for Chelsea.
Mo said he was better than Rice.
Yeah, in the league, yes. Declan Rice had the Champions League.
Enzo Fernandez was better than Declan Rice last year.
Yeah, last season, yes, in the league.
You didn't say that, bro.
La wallahi, I did, and I stand by it.
You didn't say that.
Wallahi al-azim.
You didn't.
Paz, am I the problem now?
You gotta be objective.
No, you know what it is, though?
But hold on. Pass. You gotta hear that. You gotta hear. Don't just listen to Husam. He's trying to remove the spotlight from him about Enzo Fernandez. Last season in the league, Enzo Fernandez was very, very good. Declan Rice, the Champions League and the moments that he had elevated him. But in the league, a lot of people were saying Declan Rice was poor in the league last season. Come on now.
No.
Come on.
So what I look for?
You see you two, yeah? You two are... you see you two.
Oh, boy,
I don't know if many people have clocked what you two are, yeah? But I've clocked... yeah, you leave Husam.
The way they're going on about Fernandez, I feel like there's been a different Enzo Fernandez in the league.
You see,
it can't be Chelsea's Enzo Fernandez.
Tell you something about Mo and Husam. These, and you know what it is? They try and point the troll finger, all the time. They will always try and point the troll finger, especially Mo. Always, no, be objective, be this, don't be a fraud, be sensible. And
I am never not objective unless I'm with Hamza on the stream. I am never not objective. Never.
Number one.
I am Mr. I'm renaming my channel Mr. Objective Mo. I'm renaming the channel Mr. Objective Mo.
That would be a lie.
One big agenda, bro.
I am the biggest objective guy on YouTube. Nobody's more objective than you on YouTube.
Impossible.
No one is more objective than me on YouTube. The whole of YouTube, no one is more objective than me. Nobody.
You are number one bullshit guy, you brother. Yes.
Number one bullshit guy. That meme is ridiculous.
Mojective is crazy.
Mojective is this is my new name, Tevin.
So Mo, let me ask you this: when you look at the big and best players in the world, and you look at what makes them that, I like to think that in big moments they turn up. In the last 2 seasons, name me a big game where
But I
Enzo
never
Fernandez
said,
is running
I never said anything about the last 2 seasons. My
On
claim is
average,
very simple. My claim is very simple. Last season in the Prem only,
Okay, so last season.
that's it.
Yeah.
No,
so
he
so
wasn't
give me a game
That's
last
it,
season
that's it.
where you
I never-
give me a game last season where
That's
you
it.
thought Enzo
I
Fernandez
can't
was the best player
remember.
on the
You
pitch.
know how much football I watch, Tom, and I can't remember the game. You know how much football I watch, and I can't remember them.
Mo.
the game.
The average performance of
But when the
Declan Rice.
performance is that good, I can name Declan Rice last year had memorable games.
Guys, you gotta
Least
be
of all
objective.
is Real
I don't
Madrid
wanna
game.
go
No,
into the-
you need to be objective. You need to do it. I need you to
I
do
am
it.
being very objective.
You-
Last season, Enzo Fernandez in the Premier League only had a better season, numbers, performances,
Cap.
defense, everything more than Declan Rice.
Cap, all big,
Not
gigantic,
cap.
massive cap.
Not cap.
That
It's
is
not cap.
absolute bum
It's not
stats.
cap. It's not cap.
Big cap, that's absolute cap.
Allah Al-Azim, go check everything. Enzo Fernandez last season was better than Declan Rice in the
Bro,
league
and
only.
Bro, you know what winds me up? People be like,
And
oh,
that is the problem. People
Enzo
cannot be
averaged more
objective.
tackles than Declan Rice, but you
People
miss the context of
and goals and chances created and everything.
bro, Enzo's
What
the
are we
best.
joking here?
So then
Last
don't-
season,
why are you trolling her
Enzo
something?
Fernandez in
If
a
Enzo
weak
is
Chelsea team
if Enzo is better than Rice, and you think Rice is better than
last season,
Caicedo,
you see, you don't
him
understand.
saying,
Don't-
no. So you're a
Don't
fraud
put
now.
words in my mouth.
No.
I am
Okay,
gonna
hold on.
mute
Let me ask you
you.
a question.
Don't
Who's
put
better?
words in my
Who's better,
mouth.
Rice or Caicedo? Who's better? Rice or
Don't
Caicedo?
put words in
Mo,
my mouth.
Mo, who is
Last
right? Wait,
season
wait.
in
Let
the
me take it
Premier
there
League,
then.
he had a better season. Don't
No,
do
we
this.
didn't.
You're making
No,
me
we
shout,
didn't.
and I'm gonna put my troll hat on. I don't want to put it back on.
I don't
My
want to do
question-
that.
Then cool,
I'm very
thank you.
objective about this.
They just answer my question. Let's have objective discussion.
Yes.
Is Rice better than Caicedo?
As the number 8, yes. As the number 6, no.
Perfect, cool. And then now you're telling me that Enzo was better than Rice last year.
Yes. And the 8.
Which means, hold on. So so if the seasons this year just started, for the majority of that time, Enzo's been better than Rice. Which means
Only for one
Enzo
season.
has been better than Caicedo, and now you're bantering Husam for saying that Enzo's better than Caicedo. The math ain't muffin, brother. Gotcha.
What?
The math ain't muffin. You can't say Enzo was better than Rice last year and then laugh
If
at
you
Husam
think Rice is better than
for saying
Caicedo.
Enzo's better than Caicedo. when
Okay,
you
I'm gonna.
think Rice
I
and
respond.
Caicedo are the
Okay,
same
now
level.
you ask. Now ask one question because you cannot ask like 50,000 questions. Go ahead.
No, I haven't answered a question.
Okay, tell me.
I've not even asked one question. I'm
Okay.
telling you, you have said, now track me here. You have said
Mhm.
last year Enzo was better than Rice.
Yes,
Wait,
in the
now-
league.
wait, hold-
In the
yes,
league.
That is the majority of the games that were played.
Yes. Go ahead.
Enzo
No,
was better than Rice.
No, it's not. Because the Champions League moments against Real Madrid, winning man of the matches, is big enough to sway the people's opinions. But go
Okay,
ahead. In the
Okay,
league.
so you're okay.
You know,
at
what,
minimum,
exactly what
okay,
I'm
hold
talking
on, hold on. Okay,
Rodrigo
hold on.
is the
Is it fair
king
to
of
say-
this.
Okay, let's change it. Is it fair to say that you would say last year Enzo and Rice were on the same level? Is that fair?
No, because I think I believe that the moments that Rice had in the Champions League will make the people sway more, and I would rather
No,
have this
I'm
moment.
asking you, not the people.
Okay.
Was Enzo and Rice on the same level last year?
Overall, in all competitions,
Yeah, why not?
In the Premier League,
in the Premier League, in the Premier League, Enzo was better.
Cool. So now, if Husam says that Enzo was better than Caicedo,
Why are you asking
number one.
Osam? Why are you asking about Osam? Ask me what did I
Hold
say?
on, no, I'm going somewhere with this.
Yes.
I'm coming. It's to do with you.
Yes.
You said you laughed at Husam for saying that Enzo is better than Caicedo, but
Yes.
you said that he's on
Okay.
level with Rice, who you put on the same level as Caicedo.
I'm gonna answer you very simple, but you have to listen, huh? You have to be smart.
Hey,
Caicedo last season was better than Enzo Fernandez. And I maintain,
yes.
and by the way, people in the chat will tell you that I even said that last season. Kingsley, I literally said that last season, that I think that Caicedo is even better than Enzo Fernandez last season. I said that.
So if I asked you to rank Caicedo, Enzo, Rice last season, you've got Rice at the
Caicedo,
bottom of
Enzo,
that
Rice.
list.
Yes, in the league, yes.
You know, Rice was the one that made the team of the year.
It doesn't matter.
nah, he didn't make it, bro. He didn't make it.
He did.
Enzo made it. Enzo made it.
Not the point. I don't
Enzo.
care about team of the season. If people think that Declan Rice had a
Enzo.
better, okay. So
Husam,
I mean,
I'd like to thank my brother Paz for the call out on Mo's bullshit. Thank you so much, Mo. This is exactly why
I literally
it's
called
not
him out.
crazy for
No,
me
don't
to
do
say
that.
Enzo is better than Caicedo.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what? You know what? You're all don't listen. God gave you 2 ears to listen. I genuinely said that's the
head's gone.
problem.
His head's hot. Well, Paz is very capable. At
No,
this. Go
because
ahead,
he
yeah.
kind of waffled. He waffled because people disagree with me when I said Enzo had a better season than Rice in the Premier League last season. I believe that Caicedo had a better season than Enzo. So basically, if you rank the midfielders in the league last season, I believe that Caicedo, Enzo, and Rice, if you're asking me to rank the 3 of them in the Premier League last season, that is not general. If you ask me to rank them, in all, I would definitely not put Enzo. That's the difference between me and Husam. I wouldn't put Enzo with Rice and Caicedo in the same conversation. You see the difference, guys? By the way, let me give you an example. And I'm going to expose all of you. Husam, who had a better season last season? McAllister or Enzo Fernandez or Declan Rice or Caicedo?
I said last season the 3 best midfielders in the league are Rodri, McAllister, and Enzo from a technical level.
Great,
And I mean,
fantastic. But do you think
Rodri didn't play
McAllister...
last year.
Okay, hold on. So forget Rodri. So
technical,
McAllister and
Tom, technical.
Okay, hold on. Let me just finish this because, Paz, you're going to understand my point is McAllister having a good season last year for somebody, it doesn't make him, in general, equal to that person. For example, there are a lot of players that had great seasons, one season, but they aren't considered one of the greats because of one season. Enzo Fernandez had an exceptional
Martinelli scored
season.
15 goals, no penalty.
Martinelli had 22 GA in 22-23, 22 GA. But he's not considered one of the best wingers in the league. This is what you don't understand, Paz. Me saying that a player had actually good season, it doesn't mean he's better than that. Because the body of... Okay, let me just
I don't want to help Mo.
Sam, let me finish
Enzo
the next
was
Sam.
better than Rice last season because Rice, there was a point in time last season. There you are. There was a point in time last season where people were saying that Partey was Arsenal's best midfielder. We have to keep that in mind as well.
Let me just finish that next point. That's what people don't understand this. There is a big body of work for Enzo Fernandez after he joined from Benfica, failing, getting criticized, getting dropped from the team, not being good. And this season he has had ins and out. Declan Rice, since he joined Arsenal, has been very consistent. And him playing as a DM, Declan Rice, and winning man of the match in the first season, and even the moments of last season and the performances this season will put him in a different category than Enzo Fernandez because of the body of work. Enzo Fernandez having one good season doesn't make you better. By the way, I'm going to tell you something. Who had a better season last season? Alexander Isak or Erling Haaland? In your opinion, Paz? Who had a better season last season?
I've clocked you up.
Answer the question. Who had a better season last season? Isak or Haaland, in your opinion?
Well, out in the Premier League last year.
In the Premier League, who had a better season? Isak, in your opinion, don't watch the stats. In your opinion, who was a better striker last season? Alexander Isak or Erling Haaland? Last season only.
Probably Alexander Isak just, but I think Haaland.
Do you think they are in the same category as a striker? Do you think they are in the same category?
They can be, but I wouldn't say
they can be, but they are not.
Yeah, they can be,
but they are not.
I can't put Isak in the same category as Haaland at this point in time because Isak's barely played this year.
Anyway,
but when they're both on it, they are the elite level of striker in the Premier League. And
by the way, when Enzo's on it, which is I back Husam here, when Enzo Fernandez is on it, he's amazing, fantastic.
No,
the only problem is
that's where I disagree.
I'm going to tell you that, you know, Declan Rice, the difference between Declan Rice and others is Declan Rice, 95% of the time, he's fucking on it. You'll get a 9 out of 10 or an 8.5 out of 10 most of the time from Declan Rice.
But hold on a minute. But is that not... I don't get why this gets disregarded when we're judging a player. A player's ability to be consistent and to consistently hit those levels is an ability which I value.
And that's why I would take Declan Rice any day of the week ahead of Enzo Fernandez. Any day of the week.
Why won't you take Declan Rice ahead of Caicedo, though?
Because A DM, I would not take Rice as a DM.
Oh, I asked you this question before. This is where Paz is right. I told you
Mhm.
tomorrow you're starting a team. Do you take Caicedo or Rice?
I think Caicedo. And I have answers. I have a very, very
You
objective
see,
answer.
Paz? You see? I told you I'm not the bad
But
guy in this.
No, but you trying to get the
I am
Arsenal fans out
innocent.
of you.
I am
don't
innocent.
think. You know what? Tom is the only one who understands because he's the one that knows football out of all of you.
I haven't even.
Wow. You're doing Tom prop now all of a sudden.
Ma, it's the left people versus the right. Here we go, the left screen versus the right screen.
You know what?
I am not on your side here, Mo. I'm on my own. I am on my own. That's what we've established. I don't agree with what either of you two are saying.
Okay, so Tom, you start the team tomorrow. Do you take Rice or Caicedo? Tell me.
Is that the only information I get? Do I not get told?
I'm out.
11 empty
I'm out.
positions.
I'm out. I would rather go out with my wife than being humiliated on my own channel. My wife.
Tell me, Tom. Tell me. No, let Tom
My
answer.
wife is waiting
We
for
know
me.
Paz's answer. Tom, you start the team tomorrow. Zero players. 11 empty positions. You have a choice. Either Rice or Caicedo. Who you choose?
Rice.
Tell me why, and I will tell you
I'll
why.
tell you why. I'll tell you why.
No. I need to say my opinion first before you say.
No, you said
because-
Caicedo.
Yeah, I tell you
because
why,
if I'm-
Caicedo.
Three.
I'm gonna tell you why.
If I'm
You
making
all
a
don't know
team-
football. That's the difference between me and you.
You just
You
said
all are
top
average
Change that very
football.
quickly.
Hey,
You all are
hey,
average
knows football.
YouTubers out here. You all are just
Look,
average YouTubers out here.
look,
I know more
look,
football than you.
You know what this is?
I
You know
can
what this is?
explain.
He's lost, so now he's trying to rage bait.
Mm.
You're trying to rage.
I didn't lose. I didn't even explain my opinion.
you know,
I didn't even explain
You
my
know,
opinion.
I know you inside out, buddy. I know you inside out, buddy.
I didn't explain my. This is not a democracy.
Hey,
I did not explain my opinion.
Let me tell you something, Mo. You see the playbook that you're trying to run right now? I wrote that, buddy. That came
Bro,
from
you
where I'm
wrote,
from.
bro, you wrote
That
nothing.
playbook stinks, bro.
You wrote
That's the whole
nothing.
playbook. That's the playbook from
You
2004.
wrote nothing.
You can't rage bait your way out.
You
of
wrote
this.
nothing.
Speak and debate your way out of it. Stop
Well,
trying to
look,
rage bait.
I'm
or
gonna
put
debate.
my show on.
Okay. I'm gonna answer you. I'm gonna answer you. There is no player in the world currently that has what Caicedo has as a DM in the world
See?
currently. I'm gonna tell you guys. Let me explain this.
I don't get why
I don't think
Caicedo has him by default.
let me finish. Don't interrupt me now, because now
Hello.
being serious. I don't think there is a player now in the world that has the defensive attributes along with the abilities that Caicedo have currently in the world as a DM. And one of the most important positions in the world is the DM. Rice is unique, but the way Rice played the game, the way Rice as an 8 box to box, right, does this, there are other people that maybe I can mold the team around to do that. But there is no DM in the world that does what Caicedo does. So for me, I would pick the unique one and I would fix the number 8.
I couldn't disagree more.
But then my argument would then be what Declan Rice gives me as a complete package means that I don't need a specialist 6 whose strength is off the ball, because Declan Rice off the ball, whilst he's not at Caicedo level, he's like the tier below. He's like a level below that. But what he gives me as a complete package elsewhere, with his quality of delivery of set pieces, with his box crashing threat, means that I could play him as an 8, get a guy like a Kimmich or a Vitinha in the 6, who maybe again isn't as defensively solid, but is such a unique player with their deep line playmaking ability, and not necessarily lose that defensive capabilities, because what Rice and my other 8 would do, which again the other 8 could be at that point, because I've got Rice alongside him, pretty much anyone of a decent level. Those two combined as a shield would protect the 6 better than having Caicedo. And then what you do is you get 2 attack-minded 8s ahead of him, who then they bomb on, and he's left on an island on his own. I'd always take the 8 who's got a more complete package, because the 8 with a more complete package can allow me to get a specialist deeper to protect him.
This is the difference with me and you in terms of, like, for me, the difference
Do you
between me and
think
you.
Caicedo's the complete package? You understand the problem?
I'm as a
Caicedo's not the
DM,
complete package.
as a DM, I think Caicedo's the complete package. Under pressure, he receives the ball, turns, can pass, can
Does
defend.
Caicedo start for PSG, Mo?
Yeah. I think so. I said that many times. They're not gonna rage bait, man. Tell me that.
Imagine
In my
Caicedo
opinion, Tom,
playing
I'm gonna tell you the
Enrique
difference,
Ball.
Tom. I believe
Imagine
that.
Caicedo playing
Yeah,
Enrique
Sam,
Ball.
let us talk and don't
Imagine-
yell. Let us talk and don't yell.
Imagine.
Let us
This
talk
is
and
the
don't
problem.
scream. This is let us talk and don't
You know what
scream.
he's doing? He's trying to say you're loud. Don't let him do. You know what he's doing?
Yeah, I know.
I'm
He's
gonna
talking
tell you,
about my mic volume.
I can actually, if for me, I take Caicedo, I can play Vitinha and Pedri. I can play Vitinha and João Neves. I can play Vitinha and I can play Pedri and Musiala. I can do that. For me, it's harder to make the midfield so like complex for people to adjust and cover the DM that is not good defensively, which is there is not a lot of them in the world. Most of the DMs now in the world, the De Jongs, that even when João Neves plays and Vitinha, let me just finish. But
How
that's
did
the
Rice
difference
do in
between
DM
me.
against Chelsea?
That's the difference. He's now an 8. He's not a DM. Tom, we agree currently. We agree
Against
currently.
Chelsea, how did he do?
We agree currently. He wasn't. There was still. I mean, he's good, but I don't think he's Caicedo.
But they played him in a
He had
pivot.
2 game-winning tackles. He won 7 man of the matches in his first season at Arsenal playing.
And then he switched.
Hold on. Let's agree. Something. I'll tell you something now. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's say. Let's go.
By the way, I'm being very objective. By the way.
Cool. Okay. Let's say both of them don't have the ball.
It's a different opinion between how do we want to play football. I would rather have. I would rather have the lock first.
Hold on.
Build around the lock. The other way around, guys. I would rather have the lock first. For me, that is how I want the football to be.
I hear you, and that's fine. However, if you're talking about both of those players off the ball, if the teams don't have the ball, yeah, and the other team has the ball, and you have both of them in the 6, I'd rather have Declan Rice. If you had both of them in the 8, I'd rather have Declan Rice. So for me, off the ball, Declan Rice is just better. Simply.
Say that again. I'm sorry. That first part.
Let's say, cool. You're playing a midfield 3. You got you don't call it a 6. So we'll have a 6, an 8, and then another 8. Let's say you had a 6 and 2 8s, yeah. And you had Caicedo, and the other team has the ball. I would rather have Rice in the 6 and the 8 over Caicedo if I don't have the ball. So
okay, so
if I don't have the ball, Rice.
But you have to understand something. What we are building is teams that are the top level, dominant teams, not Crystal Palace.
Caicedo isn't a part of one. Rice is. So what we doing here?
What?
Chelsea are on a dominant team, so we've got no idea how Caicedo looks in a dominant team.
Actually, Chelsea guys have more ball position than Arsenal last season. Average. So what are we talking about?
Irrelevant. They're in hell.
That's not the sole barometer.
Last season, Chelsea averaged more ball position and Chelsea created than
That is irrelevant.
There's more dominant.
Arsenal had half their squad injured.
And
that's also just an irrelevant point. Because you said top teams. Chelsea are not a top team. Arsenal are a top team because they're at the top of the league.
This is now this season. I'm talking overall. You don't think that Caicedo?
Chelsea were in hell last year too. What are we doing here? They were in hell last year. We weren't in as hell as what they were anyway. So there's
because of the difference in the other parts of the team. It's the difference in the other parts of the team. The problem is everyone is so sensitive these days. If I say I want my DM, you guys would take. You guys would take. I'm being serious. You guys would take Declan Rice as a 6 over Caicedo as a 6.
No, that's not what I said.
Okay.
I said them two as 6s.
So why are you crucifying
Hold on. Let me land my point.
You're not talking
over me, Mo. You're not talking over me and taking the part of my sentence that you fancy it. I said in the 6, it's closer between Rice and Caicedo. In the 8, Rice is clear. So for me, it's a no-brainer to say that Rice is a better player.
I haven't seen Caicedo in the 8 enough to actually say if he's good or not.
See him there, but you've seen Rice there.
But is that not also a point then? Because if Caicedo was such an elite 8, maybe Chelsea would be able to rotate systems, go to a 4-3-3, and play that because they know they've got an elite 8 there, rather than what they do now, which is a consistent double pivot.
No, because I think he's an elite 6 as well. I think he's an elite 6.
So Mo, let me ask you this.
Yes.
You have unlimited budget. You have whatever. I want you to build your best midfield 3 in the world. Best midfield 3 in the world right now. The only guy I'm saying no to is Rodri because I've got no idea.
I can't have Caicedo and Rice together, right? That's
no. You're taking Caicedo. I've done one with Rice. I've built one with Rice.
So you would So it's either one of us. I will take Caicedo. You take Rice, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go on, take.
I would do Pedri, Vitinha, Caicedo.
Okay. I would do Kimmich, Rice, Bellingham. Which midfield 3 wins?
Unfortunately.
You do what?
You've
You
lost.
do what?
What? Having Rice,
He said
Kimmich, and Bellingham.
Rice, Kimmich, Bellingham, and I said
Mhm.
Caicedo, Vitinha,
Yeah.
and Pedri.
You lost
Oh
me.
my god!
So what I've got there is two guys that can just physically outmatch every single one of your midfielders in Bellingham and Rice. Physically outmatch them.
I don't like Bellingham as a centre midfielder.
You could replace Bellingham for João Neves if you want. I've got no problem replacing Bellingham for João Neves. The only reason I want Bellingham is because what you could do, because Rice has positional flexibility, you could move Rice into a pivot and put Bellingham as a 10. You can't do that necessarily with your one.
I just think Rice would be part of a better midfield, like no matter what you pick, because I think the other pieces would be preference. Like I genuinely think the other piece would be the midfields you've picked.
You are. I know you are in the camp that Declan Rice is the best midfielder on the planet currently.
To me?
Oh yeah, I think because that's what I understood from you now.
I would say
it's a yes or no.
No, I don't think it is a yes or no. Not for me.
Okay, not for you. For you, it's a no.
I've got him top three. I've got him top three.
Impact-wise, I would say yes.
I've got him top three.
Top five. Has to be. If he's not your top five, I think you're trolling. Impact-wise, centre mid, you can't not put Rice.
Rice for me, Caicedo is a unique guy. I think I like Pedri. I like Rice. I like Vitinha a lot. And after that, I would. Maybe someone give me a name. I would struggle a little. Bellingham is kind of an enigma. I would have midfielder. It's kind of strange. Bellingham for me is a strange guy, to be honest.
I think Kimmich gets lost in a lot of debates nowadays.
I think Bellingham's
older a little bit. He's older a little bit. He's not the same guy as before.
When Bellingham was full-time for Real Madrid, he was mental.
Wasn't Kimmich born in 92? Isn't he like 33 already?
No. He's like 30, I think. Maybe.
No, I think he's like 30.
Yeah, he's not that old.
He's 30, 95.
Okay, 95. Okay.
I think Kimmich gets lost.
I don't watch a lot of Bayern. I don't watch a lot of Bayern.
As long as midfielders like Pedri exist, I think it's tough for me to put Caicedo and Rice as the best midfielders. Because I think like people like Pedri, like a lot of the shit that he's good at, like you can't really train it. The first touch is the gliding. Yeah, there's some things that I just think like there's some things that Rice is like you might catch Rice play against Pedri, and you might kill Pedri. However, like over a span of a certain amount of games, the quality of what Pedri is just gonna be what Pedri.
Like I'm watching Pedri to be honest, and I'm like, what the fuck? This guy's fucking weird, bro. In football, is weird.
Pedri's the best one.
The thing about it, to be honest with you, is Pedri. Here is the problem. And I'm going to keep repeating this. Playing in La Liga for the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid is so different than playing in the Premier League because I watched Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona. And oh my word, the amount of spaces these guys have in the middle to turn and do shit is not. I've never seen something like this in my life. That doesn't happen in the Premier League. You have so much space and time to do things in La Liga that you wouldn't get. This is why last season, even though Real Madrid were second in the league, Arsenal fucking killed them. Because
a guy called Declan Rice dropped a man of the match performance in both games.
Liverpool this season, you literally destroyed Real Madrid this season. This Liverpool team looked 10 times better than this Real Madrid team because of the work ethics, because of the work rate. And Husam was saying this, you worked harder, off the ball, on the ball, and Real Madrid players are so comfortable that they didn't think that, oh my God, why do we have to work that hard? We know that.
Premier League physicality is just on another planet compared to rest of the
league. And that's what makes the league so different.
It's the pace of the league as well.
That's what people say. I think people that are fans of other leagues say the Premier League is shit, but it's because you don't have the time to be as good as these other players in other leagues. You just don't have the time to do what they do.
I'm gonna tell you something. I tell Husam this. I went to La Liga games in the stadium, and I went to Serie A games in the stadium, and I went to French League games, and I went to Premier League games. The Premier League, technical wise and good football on the eye, is not better than these other guys. But the Premier League look better in terms of intensity. It's so fucking intense,
I think I
right?
disagree with you there, you know.
Bro, I watch all of them.
I just think, so hold on, I don't think you're necessarily wrong, but I think the reason why people say that is because there's less time, so it doesn't look
probably yes, because the intensity.
I don't think these other leagues are more technical than the Prem.
I don't think they are. I said
agree.
the difference. I said the difference is not that much in terms of technicality, but the intensity of the Premier League is higher. It's much slower in other leagues.
For sure.
Slower. Everything is slow motion of the other leagues in comparison to the Premier League.
For sure.
Right?
Don't get more started on the Serie A. I'll tell you about the potato fields and the 480.
Yeah, have some shame.
I mean, I still can't get over the
by
fact
the way,
that we've got here.
Bundesliga is quick. The problem with Bundesliga, tactically, the Bundesliga teams are shit. It's attack versus attack. Both teams attack with like 6-7 players. The game is so end-to-end most of the time, it's unbelievable. 6 players run attack and 6 players come back, and it was like go back and forth.
It's like old school football where it's like separate units.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like in the Bundesliga, it's so entertaining to watch because every team go forward with numbers.
Maybe Ange should go there.
Anyway, Ange Ball, it's the Bundesliga.
The Bundesliga, probably.
Bro, the Bundesliga is the most entertaining league to watch because of the run back, run forward, attack. You go with 3 players on 3. I'm in 3 on 3. You know, apart from the Bayern Munich game. I gotta go. To Arsenal fan here, worried no Rice and defense pairing.
AMT, you know who Paz is? To the Arsenal fan, say to Paz. You know him. You've watched Ahwa.
It's okay.
Ahead,
It's okay. If I'm honest, like, no, because I trust in not necessarily no, as in, oh my god, it's not gonna be a problem, it's gonna be a piece of piss. But I trust in what we have. And I think a lot of people don't understand what that means. I think people like to confuse that for delusion. I just think
you're kind of deluded a little bit, but that's different.
Cool. That's okay for me to. That's okay if you.
Yeah, it's fine. I love you for it.
Yeah,
but it's fine.
But for me, like, I believe in my manager. I believe in the squad that he's assembled. I believe in the way that we play.
I believe in my gaffer.
And I rate us genuinely. So for me, like, I believe in my boy Arteta, and I think he's got a plan. I don't think us losing a player is going to necessarily absolutely kill us. I think we can work out. I don't hate Timber at centre back, and I love Ben White.
The stats don't lie about any player more than they do for Enzo Fernandez. So the stats don't lie, but they lie for Enzo Fernandez. Unathletic box crasher with good passing should be compared with Moreno before Rice.
The good passing's a stretch as well. It's about average.
Also, don't compare him with Ronaldo. Let's have some respect. Thank you.
I mean,
who?
You heard me.
Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
Who's Ronaldo?
Marino. Come on, keep up.
Come on. You know what I'm talking about, man. Make sure Isak gets more goals than him this season, please.
Well, Sam, this is like
please.
I didn't think that they would say this about Enzo Fernandez. Not to this level. He's a good player.
Make sure Isak gets more goals than Ronaldo. Make sure, please.
Alexander Isak's had to play with a handicap for the first 4 months of the season.
No, but also Paz. You gotta give him a little bit of time. He didn't have a preseason. You understand that? The preseason. He wants.
You know what? Again, I was being a deluded Arsenal fan.
As soon as he gave the smile, I knew exactly what he was gonna say.
I knew. Yeah, Gareth. Once he has his preseason, then we'll go from there.
Yeah. Then he will be on like he will now buy like past Moreno and all these guys. Haaland. He's a preseason.
Yeah.
Rice or Caicedo on the field. Who is calmer, bro?
Rice
is more calmer than Caicedo. It's not a shot of a doubt.
Rice has played in some of the biggest games in the world, and not
also I think one of the things that adds to Rice actually resume and I think composure is genuinely playing Euros and World Cups for England. Guys, playing in the latter stages of these competitions, it adds a lot to your composure and how you like. Even Saka missing that penalties in the Euro, I think Saka became calmer after this. More.
Yeah, don't get worse. There's only so many monkey emojis.
Exactly. Like, well, what I mean, I'm generally. I think he saw the ugliest part of football fans and football, so he became, like calmer and more composed. Basically, I'm honestly about this. Mo is even a better gaslighter than Caicedo is a DM. Maybe Fonzie, you need a DM in your team so your team can fucking win more football matches. Fonzie, you know what? You know, if your team had a Caicedo, you might not have been in the fucking mud. You Baldy might have had a better job than what he's doing now. Fonzie, you know what? Husam might not have fucking emergency streams after a crisis meeting and then an emergency meeting. Maybe if you had a Caicedo as a DM, it might have been better for you.
That is true. We do need a tackler on the team.
Absolutely. You didn't need a attack. You need a shin kicker.
We need fucking everything. Don't use us as a barometer. We need fucking everything. We're not the benchmark.
Or not.
Where'd you find
But
it?
you know what? You know what I've done, Mo? You know what I've done. You know you were doing that list before.
You are the champions. You are the benchmark. Everyone wants to be Liverpool.
No, we're
You're
not.
the champions.
No,
You stand
Yeah, the champions.
We are not the benchmark. The benchmark is a team that has good tactical identity. We don't have that. My manager doesn't have that. But I'm not escaping what you said about Fernandes. You know how you've done a list before? We've done a list ranking who's above Fernandes.
Being the midfielder. It's ridiculous.
You've gone. I've created my own. I've looked at the Premier League table, looked at all the teams. These are the list of midfielders I will definitively say are better than Enzo Fernandes. Rice, Odegaard, Zubamendi, Eze, McGinn, Rodgers, Onana, Kamara, Foden, Reinders, Caicedo, Palmer, Cherky, McAllister, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Jones, Wharton, Tonali, Bruno G, Jordan Henderson, Damsgaard, Xhaka, Baleba, Dewsbury Hall, Pat Matharsar, and Bruno Fernandes.
27 midfielders ahead of him.
It's a lot of midfielders.
And that's being generous. I didn't look at Bournemouth's midfield. Bournemouth might have Alex Scott could get in there. Alex Scott's brilliant. Tielemans, I forgot Tielemans. Jody Tielemans in there 100%.
Can I ask you something? You think Scott McTominay is better than him?
100%. 100%.
Oh, Ballon d'Or voting. Let's have it right.
100%.
He's in the Ballon d'Or voting.
This is what.
Come on, Mo.
You think Bruno Fernandes is better than him, right? Like,
Yes, Bruno Fernandes is better than Enzo Fernandes.
Rodgers, you mentioned Rodgers as well.
Yeah, Morgan Rodgers is.
Elliot Anderson.
I forgot Elliot Anderson. Elliot Anderson's 100%
So
on there.
he goes down. Husam is writing down. He goes down to 28.
White could be there.
Husam is writing the names or something.
Who's the one that plays next to Elliot Anderson again? What's his name?
No, that's the guy's not. Sangare.
Yeah, Miles.
It's not.
That's a stretch.
No, but Gibbs White could be there.
Okay, hold on. Would you take Joao Linton or Enzo Fernandes? Would you take Joao Linton or Enzo Fernandes?
Oh, no. Joe Linton's just a thug. I'd take Fernandes over Joe Linton.
Oh, okay. Just a thug.
Someone said Max Dowman in the comments. Chill.
I mean, like, I don't get what people see in Enzo Fernandes.
Why did we invite these two to the stream?
I'm not that bad, huh? I'm not that bad. I didn't say that about
what do people see? Please, what do people see in Enzo Fernandes? He can't,
Someone in the comments
play under pressure.
Someone in the comments says Zinchenko because he inverts into the midfield. I don't know what. Trying to find the comment.
I mean, if we're counting inverting, Lewis Skelly's there, Calafiori's there, Cancelo's there.
He's counting the inverted one as well.
I mean, I can't do it. They play in the middle. They play middle, don't they?
End the stream, Dave.
I do not know what people see. I don't know what people see in Fernandes.
The inverted one.
Oh, Reece James.
100% Reece James.
He played there.
100%.
This is nuts.
You left out Wharton as well. Someone said
Tom wanted to turn us into QPR. Never forget.
See, Fonzie's running with this. It's because in the summer I said we need to go and look at some of the young players around the world, like Nico Paz. And it turns out people didn't know who Nico Paz was. Turns out now everyone knows who Nico Paz is, and everyone was like, "Oh, we should have bought him."
What a player Nico Paz is.
Big up Cesc Fabregas as well.
Are you doing an emergency stream, Husam, later? Crisis meeting?
Yes, in 30 minutes.
Okay. Did you redirect? Okay, he's doing a crisis.
It's a fucking emergency meeting every week. It's lost the term emergency. It's just a fucking weekly meeting.
Not an emergency anymore.
Leave the stream open. That just never closes.
It's just a weekly meeting.
And then send the link in the Liverpool groups, and whoever wants to come in to have their say, just come in, come in, have your say.
You should get like a psychiatrist on and let him let you vent, really get to your feelings. I think it should.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Paz the creators in the description. Tom Little with the 1, is in the description. Subscribe to Footy Judge 1, Don Husam. This get redirected to my channel. We're doing a Liverpool panels show. Peace out, guys.